Hi friends, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I'd like to thank you for pressing play on today's video. Today I am here with the Global Stampin' Video Hop for our monthly hop, and this month our theme is masculine. So I thought that was the perfect theme to create a card with the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. In my original card, my sentiment came from the Sweet Jar stamp set. And then in the one I'm creating with you today, I am doing a Happy Father's Day. And my designer series paper is the Florals in Bloom 12 by 12. As you know, every DSP piece has a second side, and they have great colors on that. Our inks are Secret Sea Basic Beige, as well as the cloud cover. Now the full ink pad is not available, but you can purchase the ink refill and then the uninked Stampin' spots and create your own ink pad that way. All right, let's get started here. This is the card that we are creating. This is a multi-panel fun fold, and I got my inspiration from Stacy Marsh. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Europe. So her measurements were all in metric, so I just guesstimated and for inches as to what like this middle panel might be. You'll find all of the measurements in the description box below in my on my coordinating blog post. All of the links for, where am I going to put this so that it's in camera view but not in my way. All of the participants, I'm having struggles with my words today. The links will be in the description box below. As well, I'll have them on my coordinating blog post, so be sure to check down there. While I'm talking about that description box, don't forget to click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. All right, so I'm just going to ink up and stamp off to make sure that I have good ink coverage here. And we're just going to stamp that right in the middle. There we have that. Close that up. And let's grab our real red for the sails, the stripes on it. Okay, that looks good. Now, not everybody has a coordinating blog post. Some may. They will have the link in the description box under their videos. So be sure to check it out. So I'm not giving any measurements during my video here because I'm going to send you over to my coordinating blog post over on my website. If you live in Canada and do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you currently work with, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. All right, so I think we're good. Yes, we are. So get that set to the side. Now, I am not going to die cut this. I already have it done ahead of time. So let's get that out of the way. I have also pre-stamped and cut down my Happy Father's Day because this sentiment is one long sentiment, and it's too long to fit on that panel here, as you can see, so I've just cut it down. But first we need to do some ink blending on our 2 pieces of cardstock. So I've got a blending brush here, so I just put a drop of the ink refill on here on my clear block to pick up that. I think there should be a little bit more still on there, and I'm just going to come across the bottom for my one mini sailboat as well. I've got 2 of the clouds, one for each panel there. So I'm just going to add that little bit just so that it gives it, I don't think the camera is going to pick it up. Scooch those off. If I do that, you can see that there is a slight tone difference. Okay, and let's do the same with our big cloud. This is a great set for masculine, I think, or change up the colors, and it could be more feminine. Whatever you want. I would have pink stripes on my sailboat because I am a pink girl, but I thought the red and that deep, deep blue black would be perfect for a masculine. Okay, move that to the side, get that out of the way, and we need a little bit of water for our sailboat to be on. See, I think I need just a teeny drop more. I don't want a whole lot. So let's move that so it's not all in one spot. So you can see I just have that tiny little drop. And I'm going to, yep, we're not going to get a big splotch on there. I just want a little deeper of the cloud cover for the water. Cloud cover and Secret Sea are 2 of the brand new 2025, 2027 in colors. Okay, let's see here. A little darker. I'm interested to see what all the other participants are going to be creating for their masculine inspired cards. All right. So here is my panel. I've got the 2. So this is my card base. And let's put that like that so you can see how it is folded. So we're going to fold it in half. Wrong way. And my bone folder. So I'm folding in half and scoring. And like I said, all of the measurements are over. And then we're folding, let's move that out of my way just a bit here. All of the measurements are over on my website. And fold this one. And then this one here gets folded like so. Okay, so let's bring in our designer series paper. We've got 4 of these pieces here. So you can see the floral on the back and then the lovely cloud cover stripe. So let's now open this up so that we can glue these panels down. Making sure I've got a nice straight edge all the way around. Okay. And I did a bunch of things just so that I wouldn't keep you super long for the video, showing you the important things. Okay, let that sit out of the way. And then here is the other pattern, and that is going to go on here. So the trick with this is to make sure when you're putting that panel on that you do not have it out too far that it won't fit into your envelope. It looks like it's a difficult fold, but it's really not. It's quite easy and fun. All right, so there's our two pieces. So we are going to Happy Father's Day is going on this side with our little cloud, and then I'm going to snip that off, and then I've die cut the sailboat. Let's grab those dies. So as you can see, we've got waves. We've got the small sailboat I'm using right here. Then we've got a bit bigger sailboat, and then of course the really big one. Here is the seagulls. We've got the two clouds, and then the two water edge dies. Scoot you up here. I'm putting this on first so that I know exactly where to place everything else. Scoot you down and over like so. Okay, lift that up, and then a little here and here, and that's going to be good enough to have that secured on there. Okay. So now I'm going to have a masculine birthday card as well as a masculine, all right, of course it's masculine, Happy Father's Day. And I'm just popping it like so. Now let's lift that up for a second to make sure. We don't want it, there we go, we don't want it crooked on there. Now you could mask off and not have that extra little layer, but I'm okay with that the way I've done it. I think it's cute, adds to it. There's my cloud. Now, our teeny tiny little seagulls, I'm going to put them on here. They should have had the, I should have done the adhesive sheets on it, but I didn't. I did not think about that. So therefore, I have to be oh so careful with my liquid glue as I am putting it on. So I'm getting them in the right position, and then I'm just going to pick up, whoops, and that just, because they're so tiny, I just messed it up. That's okay. And I'm just putting a teeny tiny drop, and now that's, go with that one. Let's just use my fingers because it's not working quite. There we go. And there's a cat hair there. All right. Now that is enough time. Take my snips and just snip that edge of the cloud off. Then glue is here, and there's enough room, or you to write in here, or if you want your sentiment on the back, that's easy enough to write it on the back side of the card. Whatever floats your boat, ha ha. So this one here we are putting, because it's coming off, let's flip this side so you can see, because it's coming off, we need to be very mindful of where the glue is going. So we're not going to put any glue right there. We're going to put all the way over here. And now we can take our sailboat and it's going to overlap that cloud slightly. And I am a-okay with that. Scooch you over slightly. There we go. We want you kind of centered. And then we need to put our other 3 seagulls on. So you can put these guys wherever you want on your card. I'm getting glue on my hands. This is awkward. Let's do you right here because I've got you up a little higher, so we're going to go there, and here we go here, and the last little seagull is going to be there. Now we can glue this on. So you could go as dark as you wanted with the water, as well as the clouds blending on there. So that's going to get centered, like so. You want to make sure that our bottoms are basically the same. Give that a second to dry. And then I'm going to just take my take the pick tool cat hair out of that. My daughter's 3 cats are constantly exploring my craft room here on my desk. So there's bound to be cat hair. All right, so we're going to fold this the way it's going to be folded. As you can see, you need to make sure, like I had said, you need to make sure that this is going to fit in your envelope. So I measure this here is just over 4. It's 4 1/8, and your envelope is 4 1/4. So just make sure when you are adhering, so we're only putting glue right like so. That's going to be enough to catch that. And I'm not putting it down yet. I'm looking to make sure that it's fairly straight. All right. We can scooch it out a bit and then clean that up. Oh, we can scooch it out a lot. That's really quite, so let's just hold and whoop, scooch a little bit further out. Actually pull that off and that, because I want it to be centered. There we go. And then flip you over and fold. And your little, there we go. And there we have it. And this is not going to be folded down because I've got the doubled up. And to get rid of the glue, all you have to do is take your embossing buddy and go over it to dry it up, and then take a adhesive eraser, and no one knows that Marcy got a little bit of glue there. All right, that is today's card. And like I said, if you wanted, you could write on the back of here. But I think this is smaller, so I'd have to write less. And sometimes that's a good idea for Marcy. So, all right, so there we have our 2 cards. So we've got a happy birthday and a happy Father's Day. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to click the link for the next video in our blog hop below, as well as to head on over to my website so that you can get all of the measurements for today's project. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.